I'd like to tell you something about myself. See, my name is Jace. My name is Jace with a J. I did not say... Anyway, I like to make movies, you see. You know, the moving pictures. And if you think for 1 second that I can't make a good film, you are literally mindless. You are insane. Because I am not insane. Does that make any sense to you at all? No. Do you know why? Because I'm right. I am right because that's what I do. I write things. See, I'm a writer. I write movies. I direct movies. I am a movie myself. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm no more flesh and bone and organs as the clouds are made of iron, metal, or anything mechanical. You see, I am not human. I am a living cinema. I've made so many, I have so many ideas of movies that I would not consider me human anymore. Now, if I could get your vote to elect me as the ambassador of the Milky Way galaxy, what would you do? Would you vote yes? Or would you vote no? Or maybe. Maybe is an option. There's never a third ground, usually, when these sorts of things. But I am so generous, I'm giving you a third option. You know? Maybe. That's all I'm saying. And if you think for 1 second that the Milky Way galaxy is real, I will destroy it. I don't just mean blow it up. I'm talking like literally tie it to my furnace and make a movie about it. Because I'm a director. That's what I do. How many times will I have to say that? Okay. I understand that I'm getting a little off track here from what my original post was about, you see. What was it about? You know, I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Does that make me insane? Perhaps it does. Does that make you insane for watching it? I'll let you think about that one over the night. Till then, come back tomorrow. I might have something new to tell you. See you later. Well, you actually decided to come back to my guild. Now, I hope you've taken the night to think about what I said last time. What did I say, by the way? I'm having a little bit of a fuzzy memory on it all. Oh, that's right. Yes, the movie industry. Right? No, that's not what I was talking about at all. I was talking about the Sasquatch. Now, most of you may wonder, the Sasquatch, why? That must mean Bigfoot. Who is Bigfoot, though? I don't just mean a big, hairy, walking man. I mean, who is he? In here and in here. Is he a gentle, big, hairy man? Or is he violent and wishes to do harm to penguins? Now that's a question that I have been thinking about for decades. And it keeps me up at night to think, what's going on in this Squatch's brain? I've been thinking, what if the Sasquatch was actually planning something Do you understand what I mean by that? Planning. He wants to overrun the government. I'm not just saying the CIA, the YMCA, I'm talking the whole shpamil. And when I say shpamil, I just mean the president, President George W. Bush. No, President Obama, the black man who owns our country. He wants to overthrow him, of all people. Yes, the Squatch is on the run. Now, some of you folks are wondering, how does this guy know such a big secret? Well, I'll tell you. I've met the Sasquatch. Just the other day, I was taking a stroll to the market to buy some honey. Now, the way I'm telling this almost sounds like a storybook, doesn't it? Wrong, see? This actually happened. It happened 4 days ago. It happened 3 days ago. Anyway, I was walking down, and suddenly, a man came up to me wearing a large purple trench coat. Now, me, not knowing what to do with him, suspected he was one of those aliens. And so what I did next, just to be sure he was not going to probe me, I punched him right in the gut. This did nothing. All I felt was my hand crinkling as if my bones were bending backwards. It was painful, to say the least. So, I backed away and wondered to myself, why does my hand hurt so? Aliens are made of skin. They are not made of this irony flesh that I felt. So I decided to do something which I usually do anyway. I tore his clothes off, only to reveal a very large and hairy man. But he wasn't a man. See, it was the Sasquatch. And he told me, "Get off this road or I will squash you into the pavement." And then I politely asked him, "What are you going to do when you run for office?" And he said the most peculiar thing. He said the most peculiar thing. 42. That's right. The Squatch told me the secret to the universe. Try it. Fail at your math test, getting a 42%. You give it to your teacher. And what happens when you say 42? A plus. And that's true. Go to your bank and figure out you are in debt $5,000. What do you do then? 42. Debt. Gone. You see, that's the magic of 42. And the Sasquatch told it. He is the inventor of the secret of all. Now, some of you may be wondering, how can I conduct this magical 42 without having some kind of qualification? That's the beauty of it, you see. 42 is a universal making, heard and understood by all. You see, 42 is a universal language, spoken and understood by all. You may be black, you may be white, you may be a Jew or Gentile. It doesn't make a difference in the Squatch's house, because in his house there is only one number, 42. It's a song that I put in references to 42. Never mind. The point is, apply it to every day, and you will be a king of the universe. If not the king, perhaps a representative. Be creative with it. I'll see you later. It is I, Jace, once more. By now, some of you may be questioning my sanity. Now, on the level that humanity lingers at right now, sanity is taking a sandwich and eating it without stuffing it up your nose. Sanity is sitting in front of the television set for 9 hours until your brain melts. That's what sanity is. Insanity are the ones who create, who think outside the box. I am one of those people who thinks outside the box. Now, some of you wonder, what does that mean? This insane man is telling me he thinks outside this insanity box. Let me tell you about this insanity box. This box that I linger in is the pinpoint of all things creative. I'm working on a chemical that can actually take your eyes and change them into golf balls. Now, some of you may wonder, why would somebody want golf balls in their sockets? I have the solution why. Because that's what's supposed to happen. Humans aren't meant to see out of their eyeballs. No, human beings are supposed to see with their minds. That's all there is to it. Mind powers. And if you think that sounds crazy, just listen to what I have to say next. With the powers of my mind, just by thinking it, I moved a concrete cube 1 inch from its original destination. This cube weighed over 97 pounds. How did I do that, you wonder? Why, this man must have picked it up and moved it 1 inch. No. That's not what I did. What I did, I sat on my buttocks and I thought for hours. By the end of this hour-long thought, I realized this box, this cube, had moved 1 inch. And I didn't move from that spot. My body was stationary the entire time. So, how else would this cube have moved? Mind powers. I'm telling you they're real. And that's not the only thing that's happened to me lately. You see, the other day I was climbing a tree, and I wondered to myself, what would happen if I jumped and never hit the ground? Well, you know what I did? I jumped off the tree, hopeful that I didn't scathe my body and tear my skins off with the sharp branches that whipped by my body. Instead, though, I found myself hovering 9 inches above a sharp, pointed branch that if I was 9 inches closer, I would have been impaled. That means right through my body. Do you know how I did that? Hovering, levitation, flotation, bubble man, they will call me. Do you see what I'm trying to get at here? That was all in my brain. I thought it, and it happened. Now, actually, most of you are thinking, this man is literally insane, mindless, thinking he can float and move objects with his mind. I am correct to assume that you all have not tried this. How about this? Go outside and stare at a leaf for 59 minutes. No less, no more. When you're done, look at the leaf at a different point of view. Perhaps something will be different. I don't know. Every person has a different type of telekinesis.